We are here at Clash in Italy, and it kicks off with Jacob Fatu versus Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship in a tribal combat match. Not only is the World Heavyweight Championship on the line, but the Ulafala is on the line tonight. And these two start off trading blows. Jacob Fatu is more aggressive in this match than he ever has been. Because ever since Roman beat Jacob Fatu at Backlash, he just kept beating him up. And he doesn't care, he wants that title. But not only the title, he wants the Ulafala. And he's showing it very much in this match. And as these men are fighting, they bring out all the weapons. And Roman just can't handle Jacob Fatu. But at some point, Roman Reigns hits a Superman punch and it only gets a 1 count. So he starts battering Jacob Fatu with chair shots over and over again. And then he starts battering him with a kendo stick as well, right to the stomach. And then at some point in the match, Roman hits a spear. 1, 2, kick out by Jacob, and Jacob hits that pop-up Samoan drop, and he follows it up with the big moonsault. But Roman kicks out. Then, as a desperation, Jacob Fatu hits an avalanche Samoan drop and sends Roman to the outside. And Jacob Fatu super kicks Roman on the table, and Jacob Fatu splashes Roman through. And Jacob Fatu hits that mighty moonsault, and he covers Roman. But a kick out by Roman. Then Roman hits a Superman punch and starts battering Jacob Fatu with right hands. And then Roman hits a spear on Jacob Fatu. And these men start fighting in the crowd. The WWE audience is loving this. But as these men fight, Jacob Fatu uses weapons like a bat. And then, at some point after they're done brawling, these men make their way to the Clash in Italy stage, and the brawl doesn't stop. And Roman actually hits a spear on the ramp. But Jacob throws him into the stage and starts beating up Roman and hits a power bomb. Then he locks in the Tongan death grip. Roman has nowhere to go. And he's locked in the Tongan death grip for a while now. Until he sees something, and it's the Usos. The Usos are here to help Roman, but Jacob Fatu beats up the Usos. He didn't want them there. He said he would tear apart the whole bloodline, and that is exactly what he's doing. Jey Uso has become more angry, and Jacob Fatu is absolutely demolishing the Usos. Both of the Usos catch an impaler DDT right on the outside, but as Jacob gets in the ring, Roman hits another Superman punch and a spear right through the table. 1, 2, 3. Roman Reigns retains the World Heavyweight Championship thanks to a distraction. But next up, it is Sol Ruca taking on the IC champion Becky Lynch in a Saturday Night Main Event rematch. But this time it's for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. And the crowd is cheering loud for Sol Ruca, and the crowd is booing Becky Lynch really loud because she made the match at Saturday Night's Main Event a DQ. And Jessica Card is reffing, and if we know anything, Becky Lynch doesn't like Jessica Card. But as Becky Lynch exchanges a handshake, she attacks Sol Ruca, and she is showing Sol Ruca why she is the better wrestler. But Sol Ruca Soruka shows off in the match with different maneuvers that are taking down Becky Lynch and overwhelming her. And she also shows off a bit. And early in the match, she barely gets a 2 count. But Becky Lynch is also showing the experience and why she is the Women's Intercontinental Champion. But Soruka at some point in the match hits her signature, but Becky Lynch kicks out, and then as Sol looks for a kick, Becky reverses it and hits the disarm her. It's in tight. Soruka tries to fight out, and she is fighting out. She pushes Becky Lynch. As Soruka runs, she hits a power slam, and now Becky Lynch is arguing with Jessica Card. She thinks Soruka tapped out to disarm her, but she clearly didn't. But then Soruka hits a German suplex off the top, and then as she goes back, she hits an amazing maneuver and covers Becky Lynch for the Women's Intercontinental Championship 1-2, but a kick out, and then a Soul Snatcher's hit. Soruka goes into the cover 1, but Becky Lynch has her hand on the rope, and that forces a break. And then Soruka just hits a crossbody. She's hitting amazing top rope maneuvers, and some of them almost getting close calls, but Becky Lynch is still in the match. And Soruka shows her talent, but Becky Lynch at some point hits a leg drop and goes into the cover. 1, 2, kick out by Sol, and Becky Lynch throws Soruka into the ref, and Soruka hits a Soul Snatcher, but Becky Lynch shoves her into the exposed turnbuckle 2 times and hits a manhandle slam. 1, 2, 3. Becky Lynch retains against Soruka after using the exposed turnbuckle, and this is drawing massive boos from the crowd. But Becky Lynch doesn't care anymore. She's just happy that she retained her title. But now it is time for the returning Brock Lesnar, who came out of retirement to attack Oba and faked his retirement. And he is obviously facing none other than Obafemi, who's getting loud cheers from the crowd because they love Obafemi. And these two start off trading blows. These men hate each other. Brock Lesnar shows off his power multiple times. This is very different than WrestleMania 42. Brock Lesnar is actually demolishing Oba. Oba can't do anything. But Oba reverses a move, and Oba splashes Brock into the corner. And then Oba's hitting elbow drops right onto Brock Lesnar. And Oba actually hits an avalanche choke slam, and he was already looking for the fall from grace, which actually connects. And Oba thinks it's WrestleMania 42 all over again, but a kick out from Brock this time. And as Oba walks up, Brock nails his finisher, the F5. The F5, his signature move. 1, 2, but amazingly, Obafemi kicks out, and Brock is really angry. Brock attacks Oba. Brock beats up Oba. Oba is defenseless. Oba is getting manhandled by Brock. This is, again, very different for WrestleMania 42. Brock Lesnar hits suplex after suplexes after suplexes until Oba can barely stand. And Brock Lesnar hits so many German suplexes, Oba's exhausted, and Brock nails the second F5 of the match and covers. 1, 2, 3. Brock Lesnar wins. Brock Lesnar wins very similarly to how Obafemi won at WrestleMania 42, but this time Brock is standing tall rather than Oba. But now it is time for the Women's Championship match between returning Jade Cargill versus Rhea Ripley, who has been successful but recently got pinned by Jade Cargill, which is the reason why Jade Cargill got this title opportunity in the first place. And these two women start absolutely demolishing each other with different maneuvers, but Jade actually starting to get the upper hand against Rhea. And she pins her 1-2 with a kick out. And then Jade hits a backbreaker, but Rhea takes her off the apron and slams her into the barricade, and then hits a headbutt on Jade and throws her into the ring. And Rhea hits her maneuvers, and Rhea hits a German suplex, and she surprisingly hits a power bomb on Jade. Cover 1-2, but a kick out. You're gonna need a lot more to put Jade down. She tries a big boot, but Jade kicks out, and Jade hits her own big boot, which actually gets a 2 count. Then Rhea hits her headbutt into Razor's Edge, Shadows of Damian Priest, but a kick out. And then Rhea hits another power bomb, and she covers Jade again. 1-2, kick out. She's trying everything, but Rhea, as she reverses the Jaded, and she actually hits Jade with a riptide. Cover by Rhea. 1-2, kick out by Jade. But then Jade gets angry and starts beating up Rhea. She's beating up Rhea, and she just slams her right on the ground. And then she puts her up and hits almost like a power bomb. Cover by Jade. 1-2, kick out. Then Jade picks Rhea up and hits her with the Jaded. Rhea couldn't kick out of this at Saturday night's main event. Can she kick out of it here at Clash in Italy? She can kick out of it. Jade is in shock, but as Jade throws Rhea, she throws her all around the arena. She's just picking up Rhea, showing her why she's the better wrestler, why she deserves the world title again. But Jade gets distracted, and Rhea pins the second riptide. 1-2, 3, and Rhea Ripley retains. And I believe she retained because Jade was distracted by the referee, and Rhea took advantage. And it's safe to say I think this rivalry is all over. But surprisingly, no Michin or B-Fab came out here to help Jade. But now it's time for the main event. The WWE Championship match. Gunther makes his entrance, but also out here, Cody Rhodes makes his entrance. He's here to defend his title. He says he's easy to find, hard to beat. We'll see that when he's up against the ring general. And these two lock up, and Gunther is a very hard opponent to beat. Gunther's throwing Cody all over the ring, and Gunther goes into the cover after a spinning slam and a kick out, and Cody starts to fire off this electric crowd, and Cody tries to hit a top rope maneuver, but Gunther catches him, and Gunther slams him right down. But Cody also showing why he's easy to find, hard to beat, where he hits a suicide dive on Gunther, and now Cody beats up Gunther. But as Cody gets back in the ring, Gunther hits a German suplex, and then hits multiple knees on Cody. And Gunther rakes the eyes of Cody. Cody can't do anything, and a big boot in the corner, almost like a haluva kick. And Gunther throws Cody. And Gunther, already in the match, hits a splash. Gunther thinks it's over. 1, 2, kick out. And Cody reverses the chop, and he goes for the bionic elbow, and as he's about to hit it, Gunther reverses it into a chop. Cody can't do anything, and a lariat by Gunther. But as Gunther sends Cody to the ropes, Cody hits a Cody cutter. Cody thinks it's over now. 1, 2, kick out by Gunther. And Cody hits a crossroads. Cover by Cody. 1, 2, kick out by Gunther. Cody sends Gunther out of the rope, but Gunther catches him on the apron, and Gunther hits a powerbomb on the apron. Cody is down, and Gunther hits a powerbomb on Cody, but he's not done. He hits a second powerbomb on Cody. Gunther thinks it's over. 1, 2, Cody surprisingly kicks out, and now the ref is down. Gunther moved out of the way, and Cody's locked in a sleeper. Cody faded, but there was no ref, and Cody hit a crossroads on the chair when Gunther was trying to bring it out. Cover. 1, 2, 3. Cody retains the Undisputed Championship after a crossroads on the chair, and Cody is celebrating with his title after beating Gunther. But as Cody's celebrating, wait, is that, yeah, that's Randy Orton. Randy Orton is attacking Cody Rhodes, and oh my god, is he gonna do it? He punched Cody just like he did at WrestleMania, and now he poses for the crowd. Cody just went through